Hello Year 11s, a message just for you, not for the benefit of any other year group. So what I say is not transferable to any other year group, except that you have come back in a really friendly, positive, dignified manner, keen to work with us and keen to look at your future. Now that's what you'd expect me to say anyway, but you know it's true. You're delighted to be back, and for the first time in a long time you're able to talk face to face with two or more of your friends. You're all wearing face masks in lessons and around the school. Fantastic, that's really, really good. And I know you're very keen to find out just how we are going to get your final grades to you in August. Now your teachers are very excitable at the moment, so you're going to have to bear with them. It's a bit like they've been given £100 and freedom to roam around a sweet shop choosing what they want. They are enjoying themselves so much, and they're excited by working with you again and getting those grades sorted. So let me tell you about the grades. You all got reviews yesterday. Generally speaking, the grades on your predicted column in the reviews are similar to what you had on the review before lockdown. And you can go back and trace all your reviews online. Okay? The predicted grade on this Year 11 review is pretty close to what we will be submitting as our opinion of your final grades. But it's not a given. It is not an absolute. You must not take it as being the final grade. It's a guidance really. It's showing you that if your work now is as good as you did during Zoom and as good as you did before Zoom, then you're going to probably get that grade. However, some of you, for one reason or another, maybe because you're living in a crowded house, maybe because your internet access isn't so great, or maybe because it is very, very difficult staring at a screen for 25 hours a week, some of you didn't do quite as well during Zoom as you were doing before and as you will do now. So your predicted grade is based on what you did before Zoom and what you did on Zoom. So if, for example, your art predicted grade has gone down a little bit, that's not the end of the story. We have got about 8 weeks left for you to work with the expert teachers in getting that art grade up again. So you may have worked really, really hard, but remember, the teachers do have an impact on how well you learn and how well you achieve. So I've got it written down. The Year 10 work and the work you did before lockdown in December will inform your final grade. The work you did during Zoom will inform your final grade. Now that brings us to where we are in March. Again, remember the teachers are excited, and some of them are even suggesting there are exams. There are no exams. You may want to call what's coming up a couple of final tests, or as I prefer to call them, a couple of final assessments. These are being done according to a timetable that Mrs. Carey is putting out, and they don't start yet, though you may be revising for them. These two assessments are going to inform the final grade. They are not going to be the final grade. So I hope that's clear. If you've worked with us before lockdown and during Zoom and are working with us now, you're going to do as you deserve. You're going to get what you deserve. Remember, 20% of the Year 11s didn't do anything during either of the lockdowns, and they are, I'm afraid, going to have their grades informed. It's going to influence their final grade because it's a 2-year course, and you've done fantastically well. Your patience, all of you, to put up with this pandemic and the year of lockdown. And as I've been running around the streets, I'm not seeing you out there in groups, I'm seeing old people in groups, I'm not seeing you. So you've been patient, you've been cooperative, you've been positive, you've been optimistic, and I want you to carry on being like that. By the way, the scar on my head and on my knees is due not to Mrs. Carey or Mr. Walton beating me with hammers, as I've suggested to some of you, not my wife attacking me, as I've suggested to others, or me being mugged by a group of nuns. It is purely because I fell over running. Now, on to better news, happier stuff. We are going to get your Year 11 photo Thank you to Sophie, who said that we should get a drone. I wanted to get Mr. Walton up on the roof, which is great because you can't get off the roof anymore, and taking one of the pictures like in the famous Chauncy 1000 picture. But it turns out tempests, it looks like, are coming back, and it could be as early as next week. We will let you know just as soon as we know. And you know, when they come back, you get the opportunity to have a picture on your own and possibly with your friends, because you will be in a bubble. And we will have this famous, fantastically difficult year of 2021 recorded alongside all the others, but we will put alongside it the lockdown kids. Call yourself the lockdown kids. And whatever people say about the final grades, they will not be inflated any more than what you have deserved, because you've deserved a lot more than you're going to get. There will be hoodies with Year 11 or Leavers 2021 on the back of it, and there will be these amazing debates on whether we should have pink hoodies or black hoodies or bright turquoise hoodies. That's going to be exciting. There will be the yearbook, which Mr. Walton will put together, hundreds of pages of stuff with your pictures from when you were younger and the memories of pictures of all the trips. Do you remember school trips? You used to go on school trips in this school. They'll all be there as well. So hoodies and those things. We've been doing the sixth form interviews, and you all know about the subjects that you've chosen and your chances of studying them. We've got people from outside coming as well. So we will be starting the sixth form work in May, probably, maybe June. Okay. The other thing is, if you've got a college interview and you need some advice, go speak to Mr. Walton or any of us, but Mr. Walton or Mrs. Gray. And good luck with that. So we are approaching the end of your compulsory schooling at Chauncy School. Which brings me to, when are we letting you go forever? And the answer is, I don't know. For a number of reasons. It seems rather churlish to be talking about you leaving when you've been back 2 days. And also, the government may say, we want you to stay longer. All of that's fine. But the major thing that anybody who's ever left Year 11 will tell you is that this is one place where I make the decision, just me, and I make the decision, bearing in mind what people tell me, but I have a conversation with myself. I actually haven't done the thinking or had the conversation, and I will not do that for ages and ages and ages. You will know as soon as I know, and I will know as soon as I've told me. I know that sounds silly. Maybe it's the bang on the head. Now, I don't think there's anything else. I've got Mr. Walton and Mrs. Carey in the room. Will that do? Yeah, they say that will do. Have a wonderful 8 weeks or whatever it is with us. Easter will be good. I'm going for a pint of Guinness on April the 12th in a pub or outside a pub. And I'm going to Scotland in August. And I might even be going to watch cricket with Mr. Newton, who will be your A-level economics teacher. So I'm really looking forward to working with you lot, enjoying your company and getting out of this pandemic and back to normal life. So, thank you very much.